Hey, how you doing? This is Craig Beck from StopDrinkingExpert.com, the website that helps people just like you to escape the loop of problem drinking. And I hope you had a fantastic Christmas if you were celebrating it. Perhaps you are here for the first time because of Christmas. If that's the case, comment below. Tell me what happened. How come you're here? What brought you to a Stop Drinking YouTube channel at this time of year? Because Christmas is a weird one, isn't it? Christmas is for a lot of people, this day that is put up on a pedestal and looked forward to and dreamed about. And we have this Hollywood kind of notion of what Christmas Day should be, this perfection of family and all being together, loving each other's company, and it just being this perfect, wonderful day. That's how the movies tell us Christmas Day should go. But often it doesn't go like that. Often Christmas is a difficult day. It's a difficult time of year. It's a very lonely day for a lot of people. For a lot of people, your experience of Christmas Day will not look like the chocolate box image that is portrayed on TV and in the movies. So alcohol comes in to Christmas Day for a lot of people for a lot of different reasons. And the chances are, if something went wrong with your Christmas Day, whether that be a family falling out, a dispute, an argument, someone going missing, someone saying something appropriate, someone breaking something, the chances are alcohol caused it or alcohol was at the root of it. And even if none of that happened, but you had envisioned this perfect, wonderful Christmas day together with your family. If you had alcohol involved, the chances are you were asleep by 3 o'clock in the afternoon on the sofa and you missed the vast majority of it. That's what happened when, back in the day when my kids were small, we would open presents very early in the morning, but I would never see them play with them because I'd be asleep in my armchair by, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So here we have, alcohol that people say is essential for a good Christmas. And yet it is the thing that ruins Christmas. And doesn't that just epitomize the absolute insanity of this bizarre drug that we've all welcomed into our lives? So if you're here today because something happened with alcohol over the festive season and it brought you to the point where you're saying enough is enough, then congratulations, you're in a good place, you're in a good crowd of people, and we can help you. First thing you should be doing is subscribing to this channel and liking the video, please. And if you are genuinely worried about your drinking, go to the website right now, stopdrinkingexpert.com, and sign up for today's free quit drinking webinar. And I'll even give you a copy of my best-selling book as a free gift just for turning up. But today, I want to talk about binge drinking versus daily drinking. Which one is worse? Now, if you're a binge drinker, I know you're rooting for me to say that daily drinking is worse and vice versa. And if you are a binge drinker, you will have your own justifications as to why you are carrying on in this routine and vice versa. And I do get approached by a lot of people who are binge drinkers, and they come to me and they always say the same thing. They say, I think I should do something about my drinking, but I'm not sure because I never drink during the week, never tempted. I can go weeks without a drink. As though there's still a part of them that's hoping that I'm going to say, oh, really? Oh, well, carry on then. You're fine. That's never happened, by the way. I've never said that. Look, which is worse, daily drinking or binge drinking? It's not the frequency, really, that makes any difference. It's the quantity. And I have to be very careful about how I describe this, because if I say it's the quantity, people will want me to say a number. If you drink this number or more, you're a problem drinker or you're in trouble. If you drink less than this number, then you're not in trouble. That's not what I mean, because that's not how you define whether you have a drinking problem. People often come up to me and they say, Craig, I'm drinking this much. Do I have a problem? Well, I can't answer that question, because the true answer to that question is this. Is it making you miserable? Is alcohol making you miserable? And if the answer to that is yes, the genuine answer, not what you say to people, the answer to that is yes, then you have a drinking problem. And I've told this story many times about, I think it was San Francisco boot camp. There was an old gentleman came along. He was in his 70s. And we went around the room and met everyone and asked about their drinking situation. And this old guy, he stood up and he said, Craig, I'm here because for 40 years, I've drank 1 miniature of vodka a day, and I do it every day. 1 miniature, 5 milliliters. I said, I think you're in the wrong room, aren't you? He said, no. I'm in the right room because I hate it and I can't not do it. I have to do it. And I hate that. I'm in control of every aspect of my life, except this. I can't not do it. And I hate it so much, it makes me miserable. And that is how we define a drinking problem, whether it's making you miserable. So it's not a number that defines it. But alcohol is a poison. There's no debating that. It is poison. And it is, like all other poisons, dose dependent. You know, the famous Russian Rasputin, the Russian priest Rasputin, would famously drink a little bit of poison every day to accustom his body to poison. So if anyone ever did try to poison him, he would perhaps survive it. Famous story. So all poisons are dose dependent. The more you take, the more damage it does. And that is true of alcohol as well. So the best analogy I can give you on this one as to whether daily drinking poison or binge drinking poison is worse for you is this. Imagine if, this is for daily drinkers, imagine if every day I came up to you and I kicked you on the shin. Not crazy hard, but I give you a fair old whack on the shin, and it was enough to make you hobble around and go, ow, my shin. I did that every day. And I did it every single day for 5 years. What would your shin look like in 5 years' time? It'd look pretty bad, I think. I don't think you'd even be walking on it. I think, imagine that, 365 days a year, someone boots you in the shin, and in 5 years' time, I don't think you're walking on that leg anymore. Can we get an agreement on that? Give me a yes in the comments. All right, so that's daily drinking. For binge drinking, imagine I don't do that, but once a week, I come up to you, I put my steel-toed boots on, and I kick you as hard as I can in the shin. I boot you so hard that you're screaming in agony, you're rolling around on the floor, and I do that every week for 5 years. How does your shin look? Pretty bad, yeah? Are you walking on it? I doubt it. That leg is probably not usable anymore. 52 weeks a year, someone is booting you with steel-toed boots. And that's the analogy for binge drinking. So when you separate it like that and you look at it like that, and you say, right, okay, so which one do you want? Which one of those situations would you prefer? The answer is neither, isn't it? Neither of those situations leads to a good outcome. So all this energy that binge drinkers lay out and spend on trying to justify their drinking as I can go weeks without a drink, is pointless. All this energy, time spent, the daily drinkers think, well, I never drink like 3 bottles of vodka in a day or anything like that. I just have my bottle of wine on a night. What's wrong with that? It's pointless because it all ends in the same outcome. If you daily drink or you binge drink in a 5, 10, 15 years time, you're going to be in a very bad place. But it will not be a case of your shin being very badly damaged. We're talking internal organs. All right, you can live without a shin. You can live without the use of your right leg, can't you? But you cannot live without the use of your liver. You cannot live without, your heart or other various organs that are heavily impacted by the use of alcohol. So there's no point debating which is better or which is worse because it doesn't serve any purpose. The fact is, if you're drinking on a daily basis and you know that you can't control it anymore, whether you admit that verbally or not doesn't matter, but if you know deep down inside that you're no longer in control, then you have a problem with alcohol and you've got to take action because it's not going to get any better. Problems with alcohol get worse. That's how it goes. Tuesday follows Monday. That will never change. Problems with alcohol are always in a downward spiral. They never just suddenly get better. That's just the law. So take that as a cue that today is the day that you need to take action on this. Okay. If you're thinking about quitting drinking as a New Year's resolution, check out the video I made a few weeks ago on YouTube. And I talk about why that's not such a great idea. And I have an alternative suggestion for you. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic new year. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and please give me your comments below. How was Christmas for you? How did alcohol get involved in your Christmas? Thanks for watching, and I will see you in 2023.
Discover the world's most successful and respected online quit drinking program today.
I'd say really consider this because it's different. It's different to anything you can find out there.
Are you finally ready to take action? Your sober journey begins 11 a.m. Sunday. Reserve your space at my next free